Still the one, and I need someone, so I pull up in the
Wash away the toxicity.
With my brush on, and yeah, the candles moving, and yeah, the candles moving, and it's time for you to join the club. Here we go again. Critically drinking, stay thirsty, my friend. Burning love and hoping never.
Hustle and grind culture is another version of it. I can sleep when I'm dead. You'll be dead.
It's showtime. Come in and have a drink with the whole crew. Come on then, join the panel or draw from the chat. Do it how you wanna do. The misfits keep the whole chat lit. Ooh, and soon you'll be a part of it too. So come back again, my friend, or we'll come find you. Here we go again.
What's up?
Critically drinking, stay thirsty, my friend. Burning love and hoping never. If it does, oh, we'll be back again. Now let's make one thing clear. Because of you is why we're here. You give us life, you give us love. That is why we want you get to our heart. Come and join the show, cause we need you to grow. So pull up a chair and share with us all of the things you know. Here we go again. Critically drinking, stay thirsty, my friend. Burning love and hoping never. If it does, oh, we'll come back again.
And like the song say, hey, don't, I will come find you. Easy way. Or the hard way.
Amazing.
I got my own platform. If I got something to say, I hit my live button, ho.
Bro, I told you that punk ass AR. I told you they all busters. I told you they all busters. I told you they all, bro. I told you that punk ass AR. I told you they all busters. I told you they all busters. I told you, 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 I told you.
What the fuck?
I told you, Rico, they all busters, busters, busters. And that punk ass AR.
Absolutely. It's okay to love yourself the way you are.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Critically Drinking. As the title states, man, you know, AR's a buster, and he didn't even bother to show up. It's 1 o'clock. He wasted your time. He wasted my time. I wasn't even supposed to be here today, but he's not here. So let me go ahead and hit up the chat. Big Rig Slaps in the building, man. Salute to you. Hello, Bree. Hello, Von Brian. Hello, Candid Ann. Now, whether he shows up or not, this probably will not be a long stream. AR requested this from the chat when he was going off about the homosexuals. The homosexuals. He got tight in his skin about the homosexuals. So we'll give him a couple of minutes to show up because he, although does not identify as black, he is on colored people time. So let's see if he show up. He coming? I don't know. In the meantime, we'll just play a couple of AR's greatest hits.
We had an African-American guy who was a fan of mine. Great fan, great guy. In fact, I want to find out what's going on with him. You know what I'm, oh, look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was me and AR used to work together quite extensively. He is featured in my intro video quite a bit too, because again, we cut a lot of content together. I actually like the guy. and he's very professional. He's one of the people I say is at the top of professionalism as far as showing up on time, except today. But I got one last video. He has not seen this one, but I'm gonna let y'all see it. It's really short.
Listen, E-Black, I'm tired of it, man. Fuck it. I might as well. Like, what am I holding? What do I get from holding back? I might as well just come out. Listen, fuck it.
He might as well just come out, and he just came out, everybody.
I don't know if you can hear me.
AR
Give me
has
1
come
second.
out.
I can't.
Yeah, you coming through.
I don't know why I can't hear you.
He said he wouldn't miss this. I got 200 on Rashawn. We need Twitch polls. Mrs. She said in the building, hope everything is going well. Mrs. She said.
All right, give me one. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but
I hear you.
Audio.
One problem when ninjas do not show up on time. They can't audio test.
I should be able to hear. All right, you can hear me?
Can you hear me now? Yep, you coming through loud and clear.
I could. It's low, but yeah.
Good afternoon, AR. Now, again, you requested this conversation, so good afternoon to you. Welcome. So,
yeah, good afternoon.
Requested this conversation.
What was that video you played? I was in a rainbow or something like that. What was that?
Listen, E-Black, I'm tired of it, man. Fuck it. I might as well. Like, what am I holding? What do I get from holding back? I might as well just come out. Listen, fuck it.
Just come out, AR. Come on.
Nah, I don't know. I wasn't talking about being gay, but I mean, I'm only addressing this publicly because you call me stupid publicly.
And yeah, you were being stupid.
Okay. Dealt with me for quite some time. So if it was someone else, I would just be like, okay, they never spoke to me offline. The reason why I think this started from with the guy that was on, yes, I forgot, Reckless, I forgot what his name is, but no, I don't that clip must have been old, or I don't know. I'm on the line a lot, so, but I believe yesterday the panel that you was reviewing was speaking on men being men or their household or something to that effect, right? Was they speaking
the
about
original panel, Black Man Unfiltered, they were talking about emasculation of Black men, but the straight men took the conversation to homosexual and trans sexuality and children every single time. So we were responding to that or reacting to it.
Okay. So when I said that I won't invite a homosexual into my household, that was because we were speaking about the household and how it's affecting children. So that's why I said that. And then I think that also when one of the guys said that he doesn't believe image is important, I think Hank was asking that question. The reason why I said, of course, you don't care about image is because he's acting like a woman. But I didn't say that in a malicious way. I think that's anyone that's speaking to him. If he talks exactly the way he did on the panel, I think anyone would say, okay, he's probably a homosexual. Just the way he's presenting himself. So of course he's not going to care about his image. He's not going to care about the image of a Black man because he's purposely changing his voice to sound like a female or sound more feminine, and his hand gestures. So of course he doesn't. So I was saying that of course he don't care about about the image of a man, but I wasn't saying in a disrespectful way. So I don't know, but
I hear what you're saying, but again, from my point of view, that's still thoughtless. That's still ill-conceived ideology. Like, if he doesn't care about the image of Black men because he doesn't identify as even though he identifies as a Black man, he's clearly said that he's a Black man. Even if he rejects like the expression, the physical expression of what we perceive as masculinity. He gestures, a little neck, and the way he speaks. It sounds more feminine to us. The way we think about femininity and masculinity, he comes across more feminine in his gestures and his speech. Okay, even granted. And let's say he doesn't care about the image of black men. Do you think that the men on the panel that were speaking of it care about the image of black men based upon what they put out? And I would even challenge you based upon what you put out. Do you care about the image of black men? If you build multiple platforms on degrading single black women and black children, what is the image of black men if only thing that comes out of is negativity? So just real quick, last point. If we're going to qualify the how much somebody else cares about the image of black men, we also then have to critique how we project the image of black men.
I don't care about the image of black men, right? I think I've expressed that so many times. I think on a micro level, of course I care because I'm black myself, right? But I care about the image of men, period, regardless of whatever, right? Regardless of your color, skin, race, what you identify as. If you're a man, I care about that. The way they was projecting on from what everyone, not just based off of the conversation, I think when I watch those people panels individually, I don't believe they may say they do. I don't think they actually care about the image of black men based off of the conversations or dialogue they have on the individual platforms. That's not everybody, but just for some of the people, I don't believe so, because we can't talk about having multiple sex partners and then the next minute we're talking about marriage. But we know we have multiple sex partners, and that's going to lead to single mothers. So we can't talk about the community if we're creating single mothers. So I would say in overall, I don't believe so.
Okay, you're being fair. I respect it.
Now, on my personal stream, I haven't did a live about single mothers in 6 months.
If you care about the image of men, then why would you support men promoting homophobia or any kind of hate? No, I thought AR just said I did not care about the image of black men. Oh, if I care about the image of men. Okay, I read that wrong. My bad. So the question from Rico is, if you care about the image of men, then why would you support men promoting homophobia or any kind of hate?
I mean, Rico to say that Hank was feminine, that's the thing that kind of drew me out of all men. Hank being feminine. All right, cool, man. That's cool. I don't think I've ever said in any of my comments I agree with the men on the panel. I don't think I've said that. Maybe I have. I have not said I agree with the men on the panel. I didn't say I agree or I disagree with the men on the panel. But you did ask me a question about, do they care about the image of black men? I don't believe so wholeheartedly, because it's a lot of contradictions. 1 minute we're speaking about, one moment people are talking about they want to be black conscious men in the community, and then the next minute they're talking about, in my days I was a player. I had sex with this many couple. So now my personal stream, so I don't promote homophobia. If you do think I do, that's cool. But my personal stream, I haven't did a stream about single mothers, not one time. I mean, in the last 6 months, I haven't done not one live stream about single mother in the last 6 months. Now, when I do any of my mentorship, I have to wear a body camera, and the mother or the legal guardian has access to it for that, because I'm state certified, and I go through the state for the church is through the state, right? So the parent has to. I'm always dealing with single mothers or single guardian, which is mostly in New York City is mostly single mothers. You call reckless a woman. I don't even know who that is, So I don't think I called anyone a woman. I said that he's whoever. I don't know if that's the same particular person I was talking about yesterday.
Yeah, you said he's projecting feminine, basically, like he presents feminine. I don't remember you calling him a woman, but I remember you saying like he basically presents feminine. You just said it again with the gestures and the tone of speech. Presents feminine.
I think anyone that's speaking to him would assume he's a homosexual. I mean, that's hateful. I mean, what do we? That sounds hateful. I think anyone I talk to will say, okay, he's gay. I don't think they look at him like down like he's a gay person, but just like, okay, I think he's a gay person.
Yeah, I missed that, but she said she remembers it. You said he was trying.
I don't think I say he's not a man.
That's the verbiage.
I say he's not a man.
Trying to be a woman. Y'all said trying to be a woman.
He is, right?
Wants to be a woman. Got you.
Yes, he is a man, but he's betraying
acting like a woman.
Acting like a female. His all right. I mean, yeah. All right, that's cool.
But and for me, and this is just where I've gotten to it. And of course, I'm never going to be as in tune as Conscious and Reckless. Shout out to y'all. But I think a lot of times, uneducated or willfully ignorant people, me included, we lean on trying to lump everything into one thing. So acting like a woman could mean your speech, could mean your way you move. It could be, because again, I've never seen Reckless act like a woman, but I think if I were to clean up your language, what you're saying is that he presents feminine in his gestures and the way he speaks. You can pick up, you would perceive he was a homosexual based on speech and movement.
Yeah.
So I get that. I understand that there are certain assumptions we make based upon the way people.
Now, I never say he's less than a man. I know that. I know that's what people are interpreting. They're taking like, oh, he's trying to say he's less than. I'm never saying he's less than a man. But I mean, if I were just to randomly speak to him, I would say, okay, he's a homosexual.
Now, this is what I had to do to Vic Freeze too. Now, what you said right there, the way you've worded it, he's trying to be a woman. That is derogatory for somebody that is trying to be a gay man. He's not trying to be a woman. He is a gay man. So, I mean, so there's a clear distinction between, I mean, because you also know there's like a trans community as well. So even if you were trying to be accurate and precise, it would be more precise to say someone who was transitioning to womanhood would be, even if you said that about somebody like that was trying to be a woman, I'd even be like, okay, we could argue that. But somebody that's a gay man, like clearly a gay man with more facial hair than me and in shape and keeps a line up, you know what I'm saying? So he is clearly being a man, trying to be a man, but he is same gender loving. So that to me, same gender loving is not what a woman is. A woman can be same gender loving or heterosexual. So what you're defining as a woman, we would have to figure out, what does a woman mean to you that he's trying to be a woman?
Well, what I'm saying basically, intentionally changing your voice to sound lighter, and you using your hand movements is you're doing it in a feminine, in the same way that a woman's doing it.
Okay, so that means, so then
is he trying to be an actual female, cross-dressing, or, you know, I've never got into all of that. I never got into any of that.
But again, speaking on the language was vague. The language is vague. He's trying to be a woman. The interpretation of anybody that hears it is going to say he's trying to be a woman. They're going to take that literally.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
But real quick, to answer like homophobic, the definition of homophobic, because I know we get into that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where I land on it, and maybe it'll help somebody else out. Homophobic is a state of mind. Because everybody has a fear of being labeled something, we automatically reject terms like racist, homophobic, this, that, and the other, because we don't want to be labeled anything. I'm all of it. I'm racist, I'm sexist, I'm homophobic. I have all of that because, listen, the term homophobic means having or showing a dislike or prejudice against gay people. I have a prejudice against everybody. I have a prejudice against every single person on this planet. If you're young, if you're old, I have something that I think bad about you. So in my mind, everybody is all of these things. You couldn't convince me a person on this planet doesn't have prejudice against every other group that they are aware of. Even if it's like some person on an island somewhere that's never met humanity, I'm gonna think, man, them little backwards people don't even probably speak a verbal language. They probably don't even have a writing system. I have prejudices against everybody. And in my mind, all of you, everybody does. So anybody that, I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, I'm not homophobic. Yeah, you are. You don't know it. You don't want to admit it. You don't like the label. That's cool. But understand that we are, because we're all prejudiced. There's no way if you know something about people that you don't already have a prejudgment. Prejudice is a prejudgment. We're all preloaded with concepts about people, good and bad. If somebody said, man, somebody just a bad driver on the freeway, and I looked over and I saw them and they were something just popped in your head just now. That's a prejudice. So like we gotta come out of that thing where we're rejecting being labeled something, because we all are. We all are. Having or showing a dislike or a prejudice against gay people.
I don't believe I don't dislike any homosexuals, because I have a close family members that are homosexuals.
Let me pause you, because you also said you would not let a gay person in your house, or you wouldn't invite them to your home. That's a dislike.
No, that's not. I have uncles that smoke weed ridiculously. I would never
dislike people smoking weed
in my household.
Okay.
No. Hold on. In my household,
that's still a choice. That's a value judgment.
Absolutely.
In your household, you dislike it for your household. That's still a dislike. That's okay.
Okay, but it's not a house phobic or a phobic of it.
The word. Let's take everybody runs away from the label. Everybody wants away from the label. Like let's change the word. Like real quick. Let's not make it homophobic. Let's say there's something that I don't allow. Let's make up a word for that. There's something that I don't allow. Wherever you don't allow it, in your car, in your house, in your life. Let's call it purple. I'm seeing purple on the screen. Let's call it purple. Purple is the word for there's something I do not allow in some area of my life. I dislike it for some area of my life, or maybe just some time of my day, some time of my life. I don't like it. I don't like it. I prefer it not to be around. I'm opposed to it. I reject it at some time, at some place, in some area. That's an okay thing to do, but we have to be honest about it.
Yeah, I'm honest. I'm not homophobic.
There we go. Notorious definitely does not represent black men. He literally mean Reckless and just said he doesn't care about the image of black men, but Reckless is a black man. Reckless is a black man. I don't like anybody really, but again, I like everybody and I don't like everybody. I try to balance it out. I try to balance it out. No, the definition doesn't involve an indictment against the character of a person who happens to be gay. Homophobia is prejudice against the actual same gender attraction in and of itself. Absolutely, because you don't have to actually know the person. And I think another problem people have with the term homophobic, they assume it carries some level of active hatred. Like I want to do active harm.
What the media. Well, if someone would have said and say, "Yeah, I'm homophobic," you'll be labeled as a hatred person, hateful person, like you hate gay people. Even if that's not the actual definition, but that is exactly what phobia is what you're scared of, right?
That's why like I wanted to take that term out, because that the connotation of all the words that are used, like phobic and isms, they scare people too. Like we're phobic. We're afraid of being labeled phobic because, of course, me as men, we can't be scared of anything. So you can't call me phobic. It's like, so there's automatic something. Even last night, when I said Vic Freeze was trying to soft check us, he had a response to the word soft, because for him, he wasn't like trying to think of the way I did. Soft to him was a negative. Soft to him was, oh, you trying to call me soft. So like the way we use words is important because we use them differently and they carry connotations to us that actually throw a problem in our communications. So yes, all of us, in my opinion, are homophobic.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe
people are homophobic?
Do you believe I worry about what gay people do in their personal lives? Have I displayed any of that? Have I did a stream about them?
You have to. You have to. To listen. You have to care about what they do in their personal life to not allow them in your home.
No, we're not going to play around with that.
No, they're serious. No, literally. Like the logic. If we can't follow the logic, like literally, only reason you would not allow something in your home is because you have a problem with the way it operates outside of your home.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, like you have, let's say you have a potted plant in your home right now. You have a potted plant in there because it's okay. You like it. It's attractive. It serves some function. The wife likes it. If there was a plant outside, like let's say a weed, you don't want weeds because they choke out the flowers. You wouldn't bring that into your home and you wouldn't have it with the potted plants because you're rejecting it. You dislike it. You don't like the way it operates. So you don't bring it into your home. But we bring the flowers in. So we have to admit there's a thought process. To reject something in your home is because of something it does outside of your home. What does it do outside of your home other than exist? It's just a man or a woman. There has to be something in their personal life that you're rejecting to say you can't come into my home. Like, but we have, if we can't be honest about that, then the rest of the conversation is pointless.
The people are okay. Now you did say now not just you say the things that there's a few things I want to make sure I stick on what I actually had issue with. If you have some sort of belief or whatever about me, that's fine. But now it's not just the belief you have. You said I am stupid, right? What are you? Can you explain how you believe I'm stupid?
Well, like just a moment ago, if you can't follow the thought that if I reject something in my house, it's because I reject something in these people's personal life, that's a mental problem. Like that's a flaw. That's a flaw of logic and reasoning. Like from
it's not a
step,
flaw
I
of
go.
reason.
It's well, even saying that's like that's what I'm saying. There's a
because
flaw in reasoning.
We're speaking on specifically of homosexuals, and you're trying to correlate it to a plant. So if I agree with the thing about the plant, now I'm agreeing about the thing with homosexuals. Jesus. We're speaking specifically about I don't invite a homosexual into my household.
Why don't you invite them into your household?
Because I think it's going to be influence towards my nephew, nieces, and my child.
What's the problem with them influencing your nephew, niece, and your child? Because
I already said that homosexuality is wrong.
Okay, so you think that it's wrong. That's what you think is in their personal life that you care about because you think that it's wrong. So now everybody that just heard me now has made the connection because you just said it out of your mouth, but I had to walk you to it. That's what stupid is.
No. You're trying to listen. You and your followers trying to paint a picture. AR is hold on. Because the people, Sean, the people in the comments, and even yesterday trying to paint a picture. AR is hateful. So you're trying to paint a picture. You're trying to speak on. I mean, Yella. That's fine. I mean, this guy Yella said, "Fuck the Bible and fuck your religion," and you didn't have no smoke. But when it comes to homosexual. It's like I gotta get moist about it. Okay, no, this is a really big topic. All right, that's cool. I actually said a book that you quote quite often. As a matter of fact, you pull that out. You probably know. You definitely know the Bible better than me.
And you're a Christian, right? That's stupid.
Absolutely. But you was attending churches. I mean, come on, Rashawn. You was attending church as well, right?
But you're active.
And you was teaching the youth and so forth.
You're active. You're an active participant.
No, I'm not in the
church.
Are
you a Christian? Do you proclaim the name of Jesus? Do you profess the name of Jesus Christ?
Absolutely.
Okay, then
so the devil knows the Bible better than most people.
Are you the devil?
No.
Okay,
I'm talking about you.
To the devil.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you. And I just said the devil knows the Bible better than other people. So you being Muslims know the Bible better than Christians.
I'm the devil, and I
didn't say you the devil. All right,
no, I'm saying that. What I'm saying is it's okay to not like something. We're human, and at the root of all of us, there are things we don't like.
Though. And we're speaking about particularly the word of homophobic.
It literally does.
Okay.
There's no to me, it's stupid to run from a word. Like that's what I'm saying. When I use the word stupid, it's because I've been offended. Like I've been offended by the lack of thought. I get offended by stupid. It bothers me on some level. It's probably a personal problem. I went to therapy and the therapist hasn't shown up for 4 weeks straight. So I have to find a new therapist. When people keep telling you to go to therapy and when you try to go to the therapist, they don't show up. To me, that's stupid. It's offensive. It's annoying. It's people who are not participating in the lifestyle that they espouse. Everybody wants black men to go to therapy. When they go to it's a black woman therapist. I go to a therapist. She keeps making excuses why she can't come to the appointments. So listen, I have a problem with stupid. Stupid is a state of being, a thought process, a lack thereof. an inability to make connections, and it does not help that person and it does not help anybody else. That's stupid to me. It bothers me. I'm going to start calling it out openly because I think we need to identify stupid so that people can work on it. If nobody wants to work on their stupid, that's on them. I can't make you or anybody else work on the stupid or the things that they say that or do that are dumb or without thought. I can't make anybody accept that they're homophobic. I'm willing to say openly, I'm homophobic, I'm racist, I'm sexist against men, I'm sexist against women. I don't like kids. I don't like old people. You know what?
Now, homophobic actually, like Canada Ann said, is a dislike. You dislike someone based off of their sexual orientation. I don't dislike homosexuals based off their sexual orientation. And the word stupid, having or showing lack of intelligence or common sense.
Yes. The inability to follow those thought progressions.
Me being stupid. Okay.
The inability to follow those thought progressions, that's a lack of intelligence or common sense. Because I mean, these are very, when I walk you through step by step.
I'm following you, but I'm following you. We're speaking about homophobic. And now you're trying to equate a plant, and then you're saying, "Well, AR, you're not really following what I'm saying." That's cool. That's cool.
I took the plan out, bro. I took the plan out and literally said, "What are you afraid of? Why do you not want them in your home?" You said, "I don't want them influencing the children." I said, "Why do you not want them to influence your children?" You said, "I think what they do is wrong." That's a value judgment. Right and wrong is a value judgment, correct?
As being it's by
right
default.
Or wrong.
It's default.
Can we say
this
is common sense,
correct?
Is right or wrong a value judgment?
Mm-hmm.
It is. Right or wrong is a value judgment. Yes. You've made a value judgment that something is wrong.
That does not make you homophobic.
Even as a Christian, you are. If you're a Christian, you are called to dislike that which is wrong. If you don't dislike, if you believe it's wrong based upon the Bible, and you're saying now that you don't dislike it, then you're not Christianing.
Yes, dislike and
one or the other
action. I dislike an action or behavior. I don't dislike the person. Come on, if someone's rapping about killing, shooting, drugs, stabbing, okay, I dislike them rapping about that. Yeah, and I'm not prejudiced against gay people. I don't do streams about gay people. I don't have nothing really to really do. I was only speaking about homosexuality because that's what the stream was about yesterday when I was watching Arshawn's show. That's the only time I really spoke out about homosexuality because Arshawn's show was about what the other men were saying.
And I get the distinction you're trying to make. You're trying to do like love the sinner, hate the sin. You're trying to say, I don't like the activity. I don't have a problem with the person.
No, I don't.
Okay. I can live with that distinction.
But Arshawn, that is that's very important to point out though.
That's cool.
If you dislike the person, that's a major difference between liking what they do, disliking what they do.
Man, listen, I understand, but certain things come with the person. Like if somebody said, for me, somebody's like, man, I don't want anybody to pee standing up in my house. Well, I pee standing up. Now, you can say, well, I don't dislike Rashawn.
But I shouldn't know you pee standing up.
I dislike the things that Rashawn does. But you know me and P stand up. But you know that.
I don't know. I don't.
But you said but the person says you don't have to know Rashawn P standing up. That's the entire point. That's why it's homophobic, not Rashawnophobic, because it's a blanket. It covers a whole group of people. Otherwise, it would just be about that one individual, which means I just don't like Rashawn because I don't like the way he P standing up, which would be weird. It's weird to worry about what I do when I'm not around you. It's weird to say I can't come into your home when everybody uses the bathroom, but I can't. I use the bathroom differently than you do. But you're never going to see me using the bathroom, but you won't allow me in your house because of it. It's strange. No matter which way, whether I use a plant, whether I use the bathroom, or whether we're direct. And I say, if I love men and I can't come into your house because I love men, even though I'm not trying to love you, it's thoughtless. We can be direct. I don't have to use any analogies. It can be as simple as we want to make it. Well, it's a judgment, and we have to call it a judgment. And you're saying I'm not indicting the person, I'm indicting what they do, but a lot of people believe that they are what they do. It comes with them. It's a part of who they are.
I don't believe that.
I'm not trying. You don't have to.
You could be a murderer, right? A person could be a murderer, but you're not 20 years, 10 years past by. You're not a murderer anymore. You can change. But the reason why I speak on the household, is because I believe the households where, I'm not listening. All right. But anyway, I believe the household is where you get your fundamentals as far as when you're teaching your child, right? The fundamentals of so I'm all about what? What do I speak about? I speak about family. I speak about family. I speak about husband and wife. It is very important for my family to understand you. For the boys to understand you got to marry a woman. That is very, very important. That's a very, very important aspect of our lives. So someone that is with a man with another man, that's a very important aspect of their lifestyle. Of the reason why I don't want them around my son, because or my nephew niece, because they're small.
Do you let straight people around your nephew and niece?
Not inside my household if I know they're homosexual.
I said straight people.
Straight? Yes.
That's homophobic.
That's not I don't dislike. No. Come on. All right. I mean, if that's the label you're gonna give me, then that's the label you're gonna give me, and that's fine.
Yeah. Why is that such a
problem? Because it's
dislike.
You're saying I'm hateful, and that's crazy. Because I have family that's a homosexual.
That's what everybody on that panel said. Freezy.
No,
everybody said some of my best friends are gay people. I'll spend time with gay people every day. But I won't let them in my house. It's not okay. I don't agree with it. Like, we got to be honest, man. And the lack of honesty or the ability, the lack of awareness. Maybe it's a lack of awareness. Maybe y'all just don't know what y'all saying.
So you're telling me that. So you're telling me that if I hate or dislike someone. I mean, I like or dislike someone because I won't allow them inside my home.
You literally, I walked you through it. If you're making a distinction between sexuality.
I will not allow them out also because it's wrong.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
I will allow a straight person in. I will not allow a gay person. Okay, so you've made a distinction between the two based upon their sexuality. I asked you, what is the reason you don't want them? So now we have the distinction.
It's a bad
influence. Let's find the motive. The motive is I don't want them influencing the children. Well, a school teacher influences the children.
That's outside my home, though.
You and your wife influence the children. So the problem. So allow me follow. We got to follow the thought. That's the intelligence. But you got to listen you got to listen. So you and your wife influence any children that are in your home. So influencing is not the actual problem because you and your wife influence the children. Television and books influence the children. So influence is not the problem that you're having. You don't want them influencing your children. It's what they would influence them to. That's another distinction. What they would influence them to, in your mind, would have to be homosexuality, which you've already made a distinction about. So 2 steps now. The problem is their homosexuality. The third part is it's not them doing it in your house, not them doing anything other than living in your house. Hey, how's it going, AR? How's it going, nephew, niece, grandson, whatever? It's what they do outside. Not around, not even, they wouldn't be even influencing the child. They would just be coming in saying, hey, play a game of Scrabble and leave.
No,
so what we have worried about them?
No, we have huge barbecues inside my house. We have a lot of family gatherings inside my house. People bring their spouses, they bring their partners, they bring their boyfriend, they bring their girlfriend. They bring all because I have a huge family. So and I only invite family members to my household, right? Because I'm only home when I'm.
So you won't invite gay family?
No, I won't.
Because they have gay partners.
Listen, open gay family members, right? Which is, I know Yella wants the attention, bro. I understand you. I mean, the same guy that said fuck the Bible. I understand he wants that, but
I mean, finish
That's
your
fine.
thought. I mean, we gotta
He's a
be able to
tough
follow.
guy.
Like, what's your thought? Like, I'm getting ready
No,
to wrap this up
right?
because like
Open.
Cause I'm honestly, not to be funny, if you can't follow the thought and be able to see that you're making a value judgment and saying that something is wrong, and you can't see
I
that
said
something
that.
that's
I
wrong
said
and
that.
dislike it.
I said I'm judging that. I said the action is wrong.
Right,
I said
but then
that
you
already.
can't equate that, but you can't accept that that's disliking.
That's not disliking the person. That doesn't mean I dislike the
separate so bad.
person. Because
What
I'm
is that?
saying in my household.
So let's flip it.
That doesn't
Let's
mean
flip
I
it.
don't do activity and stuff outside. I believe the household is a very intimate and private thing.
Okay. So
But that does not
I'm
mean
I'm about to flip it.
But now you're
When
saying,
you go-
Sean, you're saying lack of intelligence. I'm not following what you're saying. I'm following what you're saying.
You're not.
But you're trying to okay.
You're not, because you're trying to separate things that really are unseparable.
You're saying that I don't dislike someone because I won't allow someone inside my household, not just open homosexuality, smoking, a certain type of drinking. There's other factors too. I say, no, I don't want you inside I don't want you inside my crib. But that doesn't mean I don't do stuff outside of the household with them. I always have little children with me. So, but that doesn't mean I dislike them.
That's cool. I understand that.
So what am I not following?
What you're not following is the idea, because you're afraid of the term homophobic.
I'm not afraid of the term, bro. I mean,
then why are you fighting it back? So you keep fighting like
homophobic is
let me
a
use
hateful...
a different word. Let me use a different word.
No, you can stay on the same. You can stay on the same word. I mean, I know you think I'm lack of intelligence, which is crazy.
But you won't let me finish a sentence. So either you're triggered by the words I'm using, or you don't understand them. Something's going on. There's a problem.
I don't understand it. That's why I looked at the definition.
Okay.
You're saying that I don't understand it. Okay, cool. I looked at the definition.
Well, you don't understand. And I think you don't understand because you don't listen, because I've never gotten to the end of a thought without being interrupted. So you're not listening to understand. So, I mean, so if you just wanted to get up here just to say something homophobic or to defend your character, which nobody will believe that you're
I've never said anything homophobic. Oh, so, okay. So I've said thing on the stream was homophobic.
Yes, man. But again, because you're thinking of the word homophobic a very specific way. You're trying to determine the usage of what homophobic means based on what you want it to mean, and not how the people who perceive homophobia want it to mean.
But they can perceive what they want. I'm talking about the actual definition. And you're talking about an emotional response. So with the people, I'm talking to you. I am
too, because I've been trying to talk to you, but you're not trying to listen to me. You're not trying to understand. You only want your perspective to be understood, which I get. I'm very familiar with that. I want to relate it to something else. That way you'll understand it.
I understand what you're saying.
But you won't shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up and listen. God damn.
You see the clapping?
If you understand what I'm saying, then listen. Listen. Just listen, man. God damn. Listen. Seriously, bro. You asked for this. You asked to come up and talk, but you won't listen. Now, if you want me to shut up and you just talk for a minute, I can do that. But if you actually want me to answer the questions or respond or explain anything, man, you got to shut up, man. I don't even mean that disrespectfully, man. It's just I'm wasting my time. This is the frustration of me wasting my time. I don't like wasting my time. You're wasting my time. I'm wasting my time. Now, either we're going to have an actual conversation, or if you just want to get up here and say something homophobic or not homophobic, let me put the timer on and you can get your 5 minutes and we can all be out of here. Because I really don't care about this enough to spend a lot more time on it. So are we going to have an actual conversation where I listen and you listen? Do you want a timer where you can just get off a rant and call everybody a bitch and a bastard?
I never called anyone a bitch or a bastard.
Or do you want to see, you got to defend yourself. You only have to defend yourself. Let me say what I'm saying. You can respond after.
Okay, good.
What do you want? The conversation, or do you want to rant?
Yeah, go.
Okay. Now, what I'm trying to say is that you should be able to understand how the gay people feel because somebody used a term or said something that offended them. And when they responded, even though the label may have fit, they didn't like the way it felt.
Yeah, where are you? That you cannot.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Hold on.
Free King Slime. I don't even know what that is. It's okay. I know your mental model's only like see yourself as good, but you think it's wrong and he thinks it's wrong. So you were doing the same thing he is doing by logic. You're going to have to give me a better sense than that one. But you think it's wrong that he thinks it's wrong. So you were doing the same thing. Roberto, I don't think you didn't hear enough, or Roberto, I ain't trying to be funny. And I like the beard. I like the goatee. That was clean. Or you don't understand either. Because I said I am homophobic. I'm willing to admit that. I don't carry hatred, but I'm homophobic. I have prejudice against gay people. I'm also sexist. I have lots of prejudice against women and lots of prejudice against men. I don't like kids. I don't like older people. They get on my nerves. Elderly people, on my nerves. I don't like a lot of things, but I'm willing to admit it. I have the courage, and I'm not afraid of anybody thinking anything about me because they're not going to be able to do anything to me. And if they do, so what? They just feel away. They get my channel. Okay, they take the channel. Who cares? Who cares? I'm not afraid of being called any of these terms because I'm willing to think it through. But a lot of us are so afraid of these words that we're unwilling to think anything through. What I told him, if he feels like something is wrong, I said that's okay. So I'm not doing what he's doing because I said what he's doing is okay. I've allowed him to do it on my panel. So I've said it's okay for you to feel how you feel. The only thing I want is us to have the intellectual honesty to admit that some of us, we don't like what they're doing. If you tell me I don't have a problem with black people, but I won't let a black person in my house, that's racist. Everybody would say that. We can understand that. But again, I wanted to take sexuality out of it because there's a block there. You, AR, heard me say stupid. I said stupid. I've given you the definition of stupid. But it offends you that I called you stupid. It was me. I was making a judgment. And I made a judgment that negatively impacted you. I wasn't letting you in my house. And you felt the way about it. It's okay to feel a way about somebody judging you. You should expect somebody to have a reaction when you judge them and say, you can't come into my house. The same way you felt when I called you stupid. It bothers you. You wanted to talk about it the next day. You thought about it. I want to have a conversation about it. So yes, if somebody judges you in society, not just you, AR, but people are all in society, a whole panel of men, the whole world full of men. If somebody's like, no, you cannot come into my house because of how you live outside of my house, I don't have a problem with you as a person, but I have a problem with what you do. Even though you're not going to do what you do out in your house, in my house, I've got a problem. That is a value judgment, and that person has a right to feel aggrieved. They have a reason to feel like they've been set outside. That's called homophobia. What you felt when I called you stupid was the feeling of homophobia. I was AR phobic. I'm stupid phobic. I dislike and have prejudice against stupid. I'm a stupid phobic, and you were stupid. And you felt the sting of my prejudice and my bias. I don't have a problem with you as a human, AR, because I would still work with you today. I enjoy working with you. I don't have a problem with you, but I don't want your stupid in my house. I don't. And that made you feel a way because you're here. And now if we can't admit that, I swear to God, I got to just tap out. How can we be honest as grown adult men in this moment to say, I felt the way about being called stupid? Your judgment of stupid and you calling me stupid and saying it was wrong made me feel something, even if it was like I felt disrespected. I felt you were trying to sun me from the chat. Can we admit that? Can I get a concession?
Not allowing someone into your household based on their skin color means you're racist and you think you're above them. You think that you're better than them.
So not allowing
that's not an
someone in your
action.
house.
That's just based off of them existing. You won't let them in your household.
Okay.
Not the action.
All right. I will remind you that skin colors typically come with the culture, and the culture is typically what gets rejected.
Yes.
But
now, if a black person was doing something, then you could say, okay, well, I don't want those group of people because that's what they do. That's different.
whip. I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm not sure exactly which one
Now-
of us you were talking to just then.
Okay, but now I was talking to you, but now
Oh,
also,
no, not you. I was talking the chat.
Oh.
Mick Jean. You
now
said you were doing
also
the exact
we
same
did
thing.
talk about the mentoring, right? Okay, so we established that I can't keep up what you're saying. I'm not intelligent. That's cool. I'm not even gonna go on about that. That's cool. And I'm homophobic, even though homophobic means you're scared, and homophobic means you're scared of gay people. It's crazy. I believe that your personal household has a lot of influence. Anyway, now you spend quite some time talking about what men should do and what men shouldn't be doing, right? And men should be more of a leader, correct?
Probably. I'm catching up on the chat. Go ahead and continue.
Okay.
Continue, please.
No, I mean, I'd rather you. I mean, if you say you don't know, you're
No, I'd rather
you.
I'd rather you make your point as opposed to asking me a question. Like, so if you have something to say, just say it. Like, lead with your point instead of trying to get me to lead with the answer to your question.
Well, I want to make sure I'm not wrong. I believe you have been for the past few. You've been speaking about leadership and men should be, and this is what men should be doing. Men should be leading, and so forth. Is that what your last few streams been about? What men should do, men shouldn't be doing?
Real quick, let me answer that. It's weird to no. Listen, I am not policing what he believes. I did not ask for this live stream. I did not ask for this conversation. AR asked for this conversation. I did not. I was having a stream about a whole nother topic, and me and AR had a disagreement. Now I'm labeling it. I'm labeling his belief a word that has a dictionary definition. I'm not policing it because I actually told him, if you've been listening, I don't know how long you've been here, I actually said it's okay to have a value judgment. But I want to be intellectually honest and understand that we're actually labeling something. So if you have a problem understanding or listening, I understand. But I'm being very stupid phobic today. And this is stupid. All right. Give me a second. Now, do I talk about what men should do? I typically talk about what
few streams you did.
The last few streams, let me see, yesterday was about men being homophobic. So I was calling out the stupid yesterday. I wasn't telling what men should do. We were calling out the stupid, and I pretty much let the panelists talk the most. The stream before that, me and Rico talked about blackness for the most part. We talked about black male identity, and I didn't say what they should do. We talked about the Dilbert guy, get away from black people. That's not talking to black people. We talked about Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders was talking about wanting single mamas, wanting dogs on his team. So I definitely didn't talk about what men should do. The one before that was about women. So they were being hypocritical, homophobic, and had a poor representation of faith. So it wasn't talking about what men should do in that one. The week before that, I took off. So no, in the last 2 weeks, I have not talked about what men should do. I have talked about what men should do probably on 2 or 3 streams. But typically when I talk about what people should do, I'm mocking them. Like when I did the memo, male emotional management online. There was another one I did about men. But typically, if I'm telling people what they should do, it's in a mocking fashion because I'm trolling. Because the only thing I think people should do is better themselves. So when I talk about the absolute most is self-development. And part of self-development is if somebody's presenting you with information, to actually consider it. You don't even have to incorporate it, to actually consider it. Just to consider it.
No, well, to address Marcus in the chat, Marcus, the real shout out to you, but the real purpose of this conversation is me being Arshawn. Like Yella will say things about me, and I don't really address Yella because I don't deal with Yella on I've never spoken to Yella outside of the panel, right? But I've dealt with Arshawn, I believe, on a more personal level. And I think he would know me a little bit better to call me stupid. And not just the things I say is stupid, but that I am stupid. So that's really what we're addressing. We're addressing that not necessarily about the homophobia, homosexual. It's really about him thinking that I'm stupid. That's the main thing I'm addressing.
Yeah, and I get that, but the word that's coming from, because I typically try to be kind, I typically try to be nice. Maybe that's performative. I typically try to reserve my judgment because I'm an extremely judgmental person. Like that, Yella helped me come to a conclusion. Like he says, you ain't got to be a hater your whole life. I've always been a hater. I've always been an instigator. I've always been hypercritical. I've always been judgmental. So because I know that about myself, I have that awareness. I try to hold back because it's overpitched. I judge more than the average person should. I'm more critical than the average person should be. It's to the point of it impedes healthy relationships because I'm overcritical, and it doesn't allow for good cohesion in relationships. That's on me. That's a bad on me that I have to work on should I choose to. I'm saying that to say, because of that, I try to pull myself back. I try to rein myself in. I'm always thinking people are stupid all the time. Or I'm thinking something else. I have lots of judgment. Like I said, I have prejudice against everybody. That's just me being honest. I'm thinking somebody's stupid. I'm thinking somebody does not deserve to breathe today. I'm thinking I wish I could just drive them off the road. I think these things. That's, again, on me. And I haven't dealt with it. Again, I tried to go to therapy. But I have misogynistic thoughts about my Black woman therapist, about how she's been unable to show up 4 weeks running. And in my mind, I blame that on her being a Black woman. That's misogyny, misogynoir specifically. They have terms and definitions. I don't have to believe that the word means how I feel, but I accept that that's the way the world uses the word. The way the world uses the word homophobic applies. It applies. But you can reject the way the world uses the word. You can attach the word fear to it and think that and take that literally. But a lot of words are not to be taken exactly literally. You take it the way the definition or the usage is. That's just the English language. It's very weird. It's very bastardized. I know you like that word. The English language is very bastardized. Germanic, Latin, all kinds of rendezvous. We use rendezvous. That's a French word. So understand that our language is clunky. Like, just factually, our language is clunky. It's imprecise. Like, if I said I love you, what would that mean? We don't know, because none of us even know what loves mean, because the word is so blah. It's bland. It's vanilla. But I definitely don't love you the way I love my nephew. So what I'm trying to say is language. We get so caught up in language, like homophobia, and we try to make it mean something to us based on what our intent is. And what I'm trying to get you to see, that homophobia also has an impact. So me talking about stupid, I have an intent when I say stupid, but it impacted you a way that made you say, I want to have a conversation about this. Pure hypocrisy from Luke.
Now, we did speak about the mentoring, right? Okay. And now, do you have a few statements? You said that I said that was stupid, or is there anything
about the mentoring? I don't remember.
No,
I didn't say anything
said
about
I shouldn't be doing mentoring.
I was probably just triggered. I was frustrated and annoyed, so I might have said anything. You know, I don't remember saying anything about the mentoring.
Yeah, I mean, because I think I put out, I've been mentoring for 19 years. You said you shouldn't be mentoring, and I was like, you got private conversation.
Yeah, I was annoyed, man. I was annoyed.
Okay, is there anything?
I mean, here's the thing. I will say this because I have a value judgment. This is me being honest. Somebody who can't follow, and this is, I could be being hypercritical, or I could be being idealistic. If I had my druthers, if I had my choice, somebody who could not follow the thought processes that I've been out trying to explain, I wouldn't want them mentoring. Honestly, I would want people to be that could connect some of the dots I'm trying to accept. I would want people who had the emotional regulation that they could withstand being called homophobic, to examine the ideas that underlie it, to understand it. I would want them mentoring. So I still feel that way. I said it out of a true place in my head of judgment, a value judgment. Again, I'm making up a word. I am stupid phobic. I do have a prejudice and a dislike for people that do not have thought processes that follow a pattern of logic. I have that. I'm willing to admit that. I'll say it publicly, record it. So yes, if I think about it for any measure of time, there are very few people I would want to mentor, any children that I care about.
How would you know, though?
I've just listened to you for what, 1 hour?
No, I'm saying, how would you know you will want someone to mentor? Have you ever done mentoring before? How would you know how it works? I mean, how would you know?
Because I wouldn't want someone in my child's life that had influence over them if I thought they were stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm stupid phobic.
Okay.
I don't need to know anything about mentoring. I know something about, I'm doing what you see, and this is what I
phobic
mean by
means scared, right? Is that what phobic means?
You want to make
no,
it.
that's the actual definition of the word,
So,
right?
Let's. Phobic by itself, the word phobia means fear. If you attach phobia, it means a fear of the thing you attach it to. But we're human and we're American, so we bastardize definition, which is why Merriam-Webster updates their language over time, because the way we think about a word, just like gay does not mean the same thing now as it did a long time ago. Gay used to mean happy. So the usage of a term changes the definition. So now when people say something is something phobic, it could be one of three things. They could be talking about a clinical fear that is diagnosable, that the moment you see a stimuli like a spider, your charts go through the roof and all your signals spike and you have the physiological responses. Your palms are sweaty and your breathing gets shallow. That's clinical and medical. Let's take that off the table. Then we have the phobia of, like you're saying, fear. Some people do, you attach that to everything. Like they add ish, like adding ish to everything makes it somewhat. Like if I'm black-ish, I'm not fully black, I'm just sort of black. Adding ish to everything. That's not a perfect definition thing, but people do it. So people say, I'm Jewish. So you're not really a Jew because you added ish to it. So you're sort of a Jew. So people add ish. That's the bastardization of language. Then you have the third thing, was what we're talking about today, is usage. The way we use phobia and attach it to words now is a generalization that does not necessarily mean fear, because it's altered the definition, which has now become dislike or prejudice. If you look up homophobic right now, there's multiple definitions, and one of them does not even talk about fear. So the way we use the word phobia, you can cling on to fear the way somebody else could say gay means happy. But the rest of society is moving past that accepted usage to a new usage, which means you dislike or you have prejudice against, which I am willing to admit I have dislikes and prejudice against all people. Can you join me with that?
No, because I don't dislike someone because they're gay. Homophobic actually means it's not just that you dislike the action, you dislike them because they are gay. I don't dislike a person because it's homosexual. I just believe in the household is where you actually is the nurturing, is when you teach the youth. So I wouldn't allow someone to disrupt the nurturing of my household. Not just homosexuals. That's also with if I have a brother that smokes weed. No, could you do that in your I don't want it. I don't want that around. Why? Because I believe there's a conversation with my 15-year-old cousin that I'm taking care of. I believe you're gonna start influencing them and speaking about certain things. No, I don't want that. You could do the outside, but in here with the house, this is what I can control. Out of everything, this is the household is what I have the most control over. And in my control, I don't want certain things inside my household. But I don't dislike someone because they're gay. Can you follow that or no?
No, I told you that. I told you I understood that a while ago.
Okay.
You made the distinction. I even gave a biblical reference to explain, to example, demonstrate that I understood you. You're saying love the sinner, hate the sin. That's the biblical equivalent of what you're trying to say. I don't have a problem with the person. I have a problem with what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's not a sinner phobic or whatever, right? I don't hate the person because they're sinning. I don't dislike the person because they're sinning. But you can't call them a sinner-phobic.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like when you tell a sinner that they're going to hell, they feel away. That's why a lot of people leave church. I know a lot of people who have church hurt because somebody told them that they were going to go to hell, or they're fearful for the rest of their life because somebody told them that something that they did is going to go to hell. I was in my 20s and scared to go into a liquor store. Scared to go into a liquor store because how much I was told I was going to go to hell. What we're talking about, what you're staying on the intent, on your intent. What I'm trying to get you to do is step out of yourself to understand the impact on the other person. That's where the homophobia lies. Your impact on the other person, not your intent, because on your intent, you're pristine. You've got the Bible behind you, and you've got the fact that you don't reject the person, you just reject the things they do. So in your mind, you're righteous. And I've accepted that. Stop it. Stop. Okay.
I've never sat up on any stream. I curse. I've never sat up and act like I'm righteous.
I'm done. Yeah, because you didn't even understand what I said. I didn't mean like you were good and God-fearing. I meant like within that judgment zone. But again, I get it. I'm done going down that path. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Because that was done for.
Yeah. You said that a year after year, I only been online for a year and a month, but the last 6 months is when I spoke on single mothers.
Okay, listen. Again, I'll repeat this again. I was triggered yesterday.
Yes, you did say that.
And okay. I was not trying to be precise. I was not trying to be exact. I did not look up exactly how long you had been streaming. I do not know. I did not and do not care how long you were streaming. I lumped you in with people who say the things that you say. And even if it were not online, people were saying those things in real life. There are a lot of useless talking points in real life and online of all sectors, of all races, of all genders, of all political affiliations. And all of this stupid, all of it bothers me. All of it.
So there's two last points because I understand you saying this is pointless, but now you said on my stream there's a lot of things I say that's pretty stupid. Is there something you could particularly point out that you think that, and overall you think like that's just the dumbass shit you ever said? And not when I'm trolling, I'm talking about when I'm speaking.
Give me a second. Yeah.
Okay. Where's the urgency of your child? Why do I care about a bastard more than you? It's your child.
That was more of a racial issue.
Okay, cool. But these white cops are shooting these fucking kids. These kids are fucking bastards, bro. So if people could get together for a drug addict, he was a drug addict committing a crime. If people could get together in millions and droves and millions of people for that, why can't and he was crying out, mama. Who gives a fuck? What about the youth? These parents. So the parents are not held liable. Just let them go. And you say they got 3 or 4 kids. So now we got 3 or 4 more bastards that's going to be fucking with the rest of them.
All of that. All of that's stupid.
Okay.
All of it. Invoking George Floyd about a year after his death, talking about him calling his mama, talking about the bastards, like all of that was pointless. it does
No, it
not
wasn't.
get to the actual point of what you're
It did.
trying to say.
No,
but again, that's a snip of a much larger live stream. But what I'm saying is, in the service of your communication, you say a lot of stupid things, but I know it's to be provocative. I know that. I understand, but it's still stupid to me in my estimation. Okay. And I'm the same way you're allowed to make that judgment about your home. I get to make that estimation about what's stupid in my mind. I typically don't speak about what I feel is stupid, but trust me, I feel a lot of stuff is stupid.
That's fair to do. Now, the point of me bringing up George Floyd, because you, if you go like even I think maybe a minute or 30 seconds before that, was speaking on why can't, or I think Roberta was saying there's nothing that a parent can do with a teenager that's out of hand, and I said no. If people could get together in droves for a drug addict, George Floyd, because that's where a lot of the riots were happening that we all know, even my we know about. If people get together for a drug addict, that something happens to them, why can't we get together in droves as parents and get together and protest or find something that can happen when we have our this 3-year-old, 5-year-old getting shot and getting killed? Roberta was saying there's nothing we can do about it. No, there's a lot we can do. Black people can get together and figure out something that we can do. That was the whole point of me bringing up George Floyd, because a lot of Black people got together in the cause of George Floyd, which he was committing a crime. So what about the people that's not committing a crime that's being hurt? That was my point.
I get you. Like I said, it was a snippet of a much larger conversation, but I knew if I pulled up a live and just went to any particular point, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I did the exact same thing with Black Man Unfiltered. I was like, I know he's going to say a hot dog in the hallway. So I just scrolled. I was making a clip for Yella.
Yeah.
And I went and I scrolled. I just went down like 7. I was like, I'm just go down the page and pick a live. And then I'm like, I'm just going to click somewhere in the stream. I had to wait 30 seconds. And he said, and women all got all these demands, and you got to have this, and you got to have a 12-inch dick, because they got having sex with me is like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. And I was like, my God, why are you so predictable? So then I was like, man, AR's coming. I have no idea which way he's going to take this, if he's going to want to do the troll, if he's going to want to have a serious conversation. No, which way he's going to take it. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to pull up the most recent live, and I'm going to just click a point. I clicked the point. Bastards. And I was like, why are you so predictable? The predictability is my point, because there's no evolution, there's no growth, there's no change. At some point, even in your own mind, it becomes an echo chamber, because it never changes or evolves. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result, they say, is insanity. That's the phrase. I don't know if that was Mark Twain, Einstein, whoever said it. So calling the bastards out and the baby mamas out for, let's say, a year.
Well, and what about 2 weeks ago? What about 2 weeks ago when I met at City Hall with over 20 fathers, and we're trying to figure out a way on how to. So I'm not just sitting here and we're just, talking about I come on the stream and I use the word bastard because that's what they are, unfortunately, but I know that's going to catch people's attention. But I'm not doing the same thing over and over and over. I'm actually involved in the youth, but great. As I'm involved in youth, because they are minor, I have to deal directly with the guardian, and typically it's a single mother. Mm-hmm. So I can't just talk about how to help the youth, because that's just what I do. I can't talk about helping the youth without bringing the cause root. The cause root is what? It's a single mother. Just because you're a single mother, you can have an actual functional household. You don't have to have it all chaotic. It's not going to be as good as it would be in a 2-parent household, but it doesn't have to. You can have food in the fridge. There's a lot of dysfunctions. And I understand drugs is part of whatever, but I talk about the mothers. Why? Because they are part of youth, and I have to be in contact with them. I can't be. I have to wear a body cam. They have to have access to it. The mother is constantly involved. But I do get what you're saying. I didn't come on here. Definitely didn't come on here to troll. If it was someone else, I would say all kinds of shit. But because I dealt with you, I think more on a personal level, I'm not going to take it down to the level that you did. So you're stupid and you lack of intelligence and whatever. That's fine. I just came on to speak to you on that, and that's pretty much it. Not going to troll you.
All right. Well, listen, I appreciate you, man. And listen, I've said this publicly, and I said it earlier today. I don't dislike you. Yeah, I don't. I honestly don't. I don't dislike you. Like even yesterday when I was talking about Freezy. Freezy's a likable person. You're likable. You're funny. You're extroverted. You're gregarious. Whatever. You're a likable person, and I respect the hell out of your professionalism. Your work ethic in this streaming has been an inspiration to me at many points. So I mean, I've worked with you. You're featured in my intro. That's what the problem I have, and I want to address Marcus' point in a minute. The problem I have is nobody exists in one aspect of their humanity. So although I do believe a lot of the things you say are stupid, that doesn't, like you keep saying about the homophobia, that doesn't mean I judge you as a whole person to be worthless or valueless. You know what I'm saying? And even still today, I would still work with you on some stuff. And there'll still be stuff I'll be wanting to text you like, man, you need to see this. But
listen,
again,
look at this shit that Novain is saying. I'm trying to be the bigger person to exit. There's nobody that can ever say I spoke on a personal level, DM, screenshot, I spoke negative about Arshawn. Even yesterday in the chat, I've never spoke negative about Arshawn. I've never taken it to a personal level, even on the stream. I don't know if Arshawn's aware of it, but I'm not if I have something to say, I'm not afraid to say what I want to say. But and now that's what I was speaking about. Not Conscious TV. What's that?
Reckless.
I don't know if it's Black Man Unfiltered. Okay, I think it's Black Man Unfiltered. When you ask me, so how can I talk about the youth, but then I come on here and I'm inciting violence against you or speaking violent against you, or calling you derogatory names? And how can I talk about trying to fix the youth or fix a community or whatever, fix New York City, but then I come on here trying to talk reckless about you? And that's when I say that's the hypocritical, and that doesn't correlate. So I know Yellen saying what you have to say, nigga. I don't try and soften this L. I didn't know we was battling. I didn't. Anyway, all right, that's cool. Yep, that's one.
Okay, so I was about to answer Marcus, but Sean's giving stream link. Here's one at prime. Sean didn't want to speak directly to him about anything. Okay, cool. I don't know if Marcus saw that.
What do you mean you don't want to speak to me directly about anything? What's that about? What do you mean?
Well, because Marcus asked this question. Why does it matter whether a man like AR keeps his stand on limitations and boundaries, whether homophobia is not existing with him? Why do you have need to counsel him? I don't, Marcus. I don't have a need to counsel anybody about their homophobia. I didn't ask to counsel anybody about their homophobia. But I know you guys in the red pill space that don't like to say that you're red pill have a deep hold. You desire to hold on to homophobia so tough, but not call it homophobia. But I will call it out when I see it. I have the platform to do so, and I will. So no, I did not ask to counsel AR. He wanted to have the conversation about things that I said, mostly because I got him, I got in my feels and called him stupid because what he was saying was stupid. But eventually you say enough stupid things and I would call you stupid. And I did that.
And I am stupid.
That's what I just said. That's what I just literally just said. So I don't have a need to counsel anybody, Marcus, including you, but I do have a voice. And if I see something, I may say something. That's all possible. But AR, was there anything else you wanted to say? Anything else you wanted to ask? Anything else you wanted to get off before we move on?
Well, not get off, but I think Bree is saying boy bye. I don't know if she's speaking to me or she's speaking to someone in the chat. Boy,
man,
bye.
I'm 20 minutes behind on comments, man.
You disrespected Reckless. Who is Reckless? Was Reckless the one I was speaking about yesterday?
Why does Marcus feel the need to address Rashawn about addressing AR who begged to be addressed? I like that. But that's the problem with judgment. That's a problem with judgment. Matthew 7, judge not lest ye be judged. The judgment begets judgment, begets judgment, begets judgment. It's like it's the same way with like gang killings. When you kill my boy, so I'm gonna kill your boy. It's never ending. So they were judging homosexuals on the panel. I was judging them. Then I got judged for judging them. Now we're judging y'all for judging us for judging them. So it just becomes a daisy chain of judgment. So the mature thing to do will be to not get involved. But again, yesterday for me and Rico and Yella and Mandrell was to have fun at the expense of the judgers. Of course, it had people pop up that wanted to judge us for judging. And one of them was AR. Now, AR wanted to have the conversation because I judged him in his judgment of them. And now, like Conscious put, now Marcus is judging me for judging AR, for judging me, for judging them. So again, I'm just having fun with this, but yeah.
I did want to address the comment with Bree saying that I was disrespecting. Rico said that I was talking about Reckless. I forgot the name, but I think near the bottom, Bree, boy, bye, you disrespected Reckless, who is a friend of the channel for no reason. I didn't. Maybe you was reading with your emotions, which is fine. I didn't disrespect Reckless. Particularly Hank asked him about the image. Reckless said he doesn't care about the image of a I guess black man or man in the community, something like that. And I said, of course he doesn't care about the image of a man. It's not disrespectful because I think I said he's trying to be a woman or something like that. What I was saying, his hand gestures and the way he speaks is like a woman. So of course he's not going to care about the image of a man because he doesn't care about his own image because he is betraying to be something that he's not. That was not disrespectful. I was pointing out the obvious. Anyone that would speak to him would say, okay, he's a homosexual. Because he's intentionally going out of his way to sound more feminine. So, but I didn't think that was disrespectful.
Sean,
image,
what
and
makes you so smart? Nothing makes me so smart. I'm just not stupid. I'm not stupid. I get stupid, and I say stupid things. I'm not stupid, though. But I'm also not smart. I'm also uneducated. I'm a high school dropout with a GED. How you like that? How you like that? Same boys in the chat whining about same call.
I didn't bring up any of that.
No, I didn't say you did.
No, I know. I'm just saying, I don't,
Got you. Same boys in the chat name calling. All right. God dang, man. We so far behind. So you agree with the definition of a woman now in some dictionaries? We respect English language. See why HR doesn't want you to talk about religion, politics, race, and sorry. Why people concerned with what Rashawn believes about beating him or critiquing what others? You don't respect the English language if you're trying to change pronouns and agree with it. Okay. So why they can't come in your house? AR, if you didn't have children in your house, would you allow queer people in your house for dinner?
Queer? No.
Tragically behind.
Oh, that was earlier.
Yeah, I'm like 20 minutes behind. God dang y'all. I appreciate y'all. And see, this is what I get. You got to be careful what you ask for. Because I complained for about a solid month about the chat dying out. And then when the chat's lit, I can't keep up with it. So I got to be careful what you put into the universe. Be careful what you put into the universe, man.
Yeah, because they expect me to come on here and act like a nigga, act reckless. But I think it was not Rico. It was I forgot what it was. It was one of the guys, not the dime guy. It was one of those guys. He was talking shit about me, and I called up. I went on his channel. I didn't act crazy. Clarence, brother Clarence. I didn't act crazy on him. It was just like, because it doesn't matter. Even if he stands on what anyone stands on, what like you still stand on what you say. I'm saying I'm stupid. Cool. I just want to clear clarification of it. Mm-hmm. So if I'm yelling, screaming, what is that gonna? I got jokes. I could, but I don't think that's gonna get the point. I don't need to come on someone's panel to go back and forth with them. That's not what I do. And because I dealt with you on a more intimate or different level, as far as like outside of just being on a stream, I don't think I will ever take that approach.
All right, man. Well, listen, man. Yella is looking for the link, man. Do you want to have that conversation, or do you want to go ahead and end it and dip up out?
Yella could come. I mean, he could come through. Not sure. Yella could do.
Because y'all have a difference. I'm because you was up here. I was gonna give you the chance to, go ahead and step off as we end this, and then I was gonna let Yella speak his piece. But if you up here for it, cool. Cool. All right, link is in there for Yella. All right, I'm just gonna try to. I'm still 10 minutes behind y'all. My bad. I want to feel this in my brain because I want to never ever talk about the chat dying out again. I never want to complain about that one more time about people lurking, because when chat is rolling, I can't keep up with it. I should have just known that the universe was going to punish me, because that was stupid. That was stupid of me. Because, see, I got what I wanted. I got what I asked for, and I can't handle it. And that was stupid. So Gene Mitch, that was me being stupid and admitting it. How you like them apples?
Another thing I want to say too is that most of the streams, I mean, I throw jokes in there, whatever, but most of the streams I don't talk about finance, I don't talk about traveling, I don't talk about money. The only thing I say about money is that I think men should be working 2 jobs if possible. If you want to have children, have a family, you have 2 jobs. Most of the stuff I talk about has to do with the youth. That's all I talk about is the youth. So why? Because that's mainly what I deal with in my life, is when I've been dealing with the youth since I was a youth, when I was a teenager. But
man,
I don't speak about nothing else. I don't talk about having money, creating a platform. I don't do any of that stuff.
You better cut it out, Conscious. Oh, Biddy. All right, I'm almost caught up. I'm like 2 minutes behind.
They are bastards. They're bastard children. The parents that I mentor, they see what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so you want to, they are bastards. I mean, I've never been the type of person to speak all nice and sweet all the time. I do call them bastards. They see me. I call them. They don't like it, but
All right, give me a second. Everybody, I do want to say something special.
I told you that punk ass AR. I told you they all busters. I told you they all busters. I told you they all I told you that punk ass AR. I told you they all busters. I told you they all busters. I told you.
What the fuck?
I told you, Rico, they all busters. That punk ass AR.
Absolutely. It's okay to love yourself the way you are.
Yeah. All right, folks, man. Please hit the like button, you busters. Hit the like button, busters.
Now, Sean, did I have that same energy when I called up to Clarence channel? Did I have the same energy, or was I attacking him? Now he didn't call me stupid. He called me a punk ass buster. It was like 4 minutes talking shit about me.
Any bastards in your family, AR?
Yep.
They going at it in the chat. Jesus. Now listen, y'all been going back and forth. Y'all giving it as good as y'all give it. So I'm not going to step in on that one because y'all going back and forth. So, I'm going to let y'all have it. I know CTV can handle it. So, and also CTV got the rent. So Miss Jean, you might want to be careful. But Yella wanted to come up and have a conversation. AR is still here for it. So, let's go. What up, Yella? Now listen, wait, before y'all get started.
Can you hear me?
Yella be getting. Yeah,
I just want to make sure you can hear me first.
I can hear you.
All right, cool.
Yes. Yella be getting chesty. He was ready to get chesty yesterday. Yesterday I was tired. And I just couldn't even cope with. My brain was going to disengage while 2 other men were getting chesty. My brain was going to disengage and I was going to go to sleep. So I couldn't handle it yesterday. Now today, I got 1 hour of free time. If y'all get chesty, whatever conversation go, I got 1 hour. I don't care how good it's getting. If 50 people up in the chat, the stream is ending in 1 hour. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about me. I can take it. Anybody in the chat too, y'all can say whatever you want about me. You fat, you ugly, you broke. I'll take it. I'll eat them. Anybody up on the panel, y'all want to criticize them? Critically drinking. Criticize them. They can take it. They grown men. I'm gonna say they can handle it. But the chat, if you ain't got a wrench, you might want to be careful. You might want to be careful. So, are you a bastard, AR? I'm gonna ask this last question before I let Yellow go. Are you a bastard, AR?
No.
My booty is as loose as that triple burger coochie beef requires 2 touches and a sledgehammer to get covered. Hey, that's right. No, but that's what's up. That's what's up. Let me just check these star chats real quick. So to clarify, take it home. Chris Classic in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Everybody I did not greet. I'm sorry. The chat was going so much and we were trying to have this conversation. My bad. Forgive me. I try to acknowledge all of y'all when y'all come in. Take it home podcast, Chris Classic. So to clarify, your best friend who you hang with can be gay, but because you disagree with their lifestyle, that makes you homophobic. Not because, well, yes, because you disagree with their lifestyle. Disagree is synonymous with dislike. Dislike is in the definition of homophobic. Okay? So, again, like I have a problem with stupid people that say stupid things. I still rock with and hang with and I've been on the panel with somebody I've called stupid today and yesterday and said stupid things today and yesterday. That's what I've said out of my mouth, but I still will always have the conversation if he ever wanted to. Always. Because I rock with the guy. So, you can be anti somebody and still deal with them. There are racists that marry and have kids with people of the opposite race that they don't like and we do that. We're humans and we're messy, but we don't want to acknowledge our messiness. We want to come out clean all the time. Roberto's perspective. I watched your last few live streams. This is a perfect judgment. You picked the week to judge because this week was about calling out mess I saw. This week was about insulting people and name calling. This week we were calling out stuff. This week was unlike all of my other weeks because you've been here before and we've had conversations. You've been up on the panel and we challenged your thoughts and you stuck there. You hung in there. You took the judgment. Now, I know specifically there was a time you came in about the men should not hold their son's hand above the age of 7 and Yella called you weird because it was a weird thing to say. But then I unpacked it piece by piece so that people in the chat could understand why we think it's problematic thinking. About removing affection from your child before they're ready for it is problematic. And I would say continuing affection after a child has started to enforce boundaries around touch, that's problematic too. But again, I try to be thoughtful because I hate being stupid. But this week, we had time to get stupid. Now, it's funny how fragile some of y'all. The fragility, and especially in the red pill spaces, the red pill manosphere spaces. I don't understand, and this is part of my problem right here. If as men, we're going to face much tougher criticism if we actually try to do anything for any group of people in society than to be called racist, sexist, or homophobic. If we cannot handle those labels being thrown around online and we have to question each other and we got to hop up on panels to question, why are you saying homophobic? If y'all cannot handle that level of contention or critique, you're probably not handling much of anything else. Because everybody that's had a problem with us saying you're homophobic is then criticizing us for the use of homophobic. So you're judging in the exact same way that calling somebody homophobic is judging, but you don't recognize your own judgment. You're doing the thing, you're just not putting a label on it. So understand and be aware that we're all human, we're all messy, we're all doing the exact same things. You just want to feel clean. You want to get that Pontius Pilate hand wash with some Dove soap. I get it. But I'm not going to allow you to keep lying to yourself in my company because that's stupid. Now, I'm going to take a back seat. Yellow, you can, introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm Yellow. Here to get ignorant. Y'all already know what time it is. I will say this though, if I could speak first, because I'm gonna address the chat. I know you said don't address the chat. I know you said that, but I'm gonna address the chat.
Oh, that sounds disrespectful.
I'm here to be disrespectful. I'm not finna even put on a not be disrespectful thing.
Nah,
But what I'm gonna say is,
hold on, man. Hold up. Nope.
All right. I keep it classy. I keep it classy. But this do need to be said though.
Keep it on the
I'm
panel.
gonna keep it classy, G, for real. Because it's mighty funny how everybody come in and talk about hypocrisy and we judging and y'all shouldn't judge people and y'all sound like hypocrites. But if we was in here dragging single mothers and all this other shit, y'all would be right along with it in the chat. Like, stop being hypocrites, because that's stupid too. Along with the other stupidity that we calling out. So if you can't handle everybody getting dragged accordingly, then get out the way. I ain't got no problem with people dragging me. But if you come to drag me, best believe I'm coming for your ass too. So I got a laugh coming up after this one. I'm gonna drag another nigga who talking crazy. But I warn motherfuckers, stop saying my name on these lives. I'm gonna pop up on your ass like Candyman, and I told you 3 times it's gonna be the shit. So what you gotta say, AR?
You talking about me talking shit about you?
What do you have to say, AR? You said my name 3 times. Now, if you was paying attention in the chat, you'd have said I told you. You said my name twice. My name a 3rd time, I'm gonna pop up on your ass like I'm Beetlejuice. So now you've mentioned my name. You've also told Arshawn that if it was somebody else up here, I'd have something to say. See, I'm gonna shout out to Reckless, because Reckless people I'll be noticing microaggression. Say what you gotta say, y'all.
I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything to say.
You better have something to say. You better have something to say. My thing is this is something to say, because I got. So I'm muting and I'm gonna let you go first.
I mean, if you want to lead
your best bet,
the only thing I
something to say. Oh, no. I'm gonna say it again, or I can leave, My thing is this: you hear my name. I told you. That's what's wrong with you niggas. I told you 3 times. Don't say my name. I even played it and don't say my twin name either. Keep my twin name out your motherfucking mouth. Because see, the problem that you don't understand, and the reason you sit in the chair right now is you broke the rule that you didn't like this whole show. The only rule Arshawn had about yesterday's chat is do not attack anybody in the chat. It's the only thing. Panelists don't attack people in the chat. People in the chat don't attack people in the chat. You decided to bring up somebody in the chat. Now, all of a sudden, you want to start quoting the chat and getting mad what everybody say. See, here's where we're going to have our problem, and it's always going to have our problem. You do talk stupid. You say a lot of stupid shit. So my thing is this: before I unpack on you, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. And for lack of a better term, I'm gonna give you the first punch. Because he said we're gonna be here for an hour, and I don't plan on this being no hour. So say what you say, because you mentioned my name 3 times. Say what you got to say.
The only thing I said about anyone that was I didn't attack anyone in the chat. Anyone that was typing things based off the conversation that me and Arshawn was saying, I'm addressing them in the chat, and you was one of them. And the only thing I said about you, I said if Arshawn was acting moist when you said F the Bible and F the religion, your religion. And I said, but Arshawn get moist about people talking about homosexual, but he don't say nothing about that. That's the only thing I said about it. And whatever else you would say, every time you spoke about me, because I am on the panel you're watching, I addressed what you said in the chat.
Hey, real quick. 2 things I do want to say. On Tuesday, I did speak about people talking about the Bible, not people that have a problem with the Bible. I spoke about people who abuse the Bible. So I do have a problem with people who are professing Christianity. That's my problem. If you say, because if it's not your, like Yella, he's not a Christian. So if he got something about the Bible, that's on him. But if you say you profess Christ and you bastardize and abuse the word of God and use it as a weapon, I'm going to speak on that. I do speak on that, and I did this past Tuesday. And I'm
so other than that,
if that's what you're doing, go ahead.
Yeah. So other than that, Yellow, I'm not sure. The only thing I've spoke on was about I think about the Bible. You said the other day, and whatever you were saying in the chat. If you're saying something about me, I'm addressing what you're saying, but I don't think it was anything disrespectful or whatever. But I'm not sure. What I mean, has it been something particularly disrespectful I said about you? Or you felt like that was out of line I said about you or to you? Or
I told you don't say my name. I already told you I got a problem with you a long time ago.
Okay.
Because you talk stupid. Essentially the same content. You talk stupid.
Okay.
You talk real dumb. And the thing about it is the reason I don't like bitch ass like this is because you throw the rock and then want to hide your hand.
I'm not hiding my hand.
Now if you became
Yellow.
Go ahead.
I don't.
Go ahead.
It's like if we had a problem, then I would address the problem. But I honestly, I guess you're talking about what Simon, the issue with Simon. But outside the issue with Simon, I've never had I still don't have a problem with you. So I'm not sure if you have a problem with me, then you can address what you have a problem with. You think you think I say things that are stupid? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not even here to change our show.
This why we call you stupid, because I done already addressed my issue with you. So for you to sit here and be dumbfounded at what the issue is, it more or less proves why we call you stupid. I told you, bro. I told you. Your whole presentation and the fact that you do have this whole thing about calling motherfuckers bastards, bro, you are a hateful motherfucker, and not in the cool way like Rashawn is, because you one of them deceitful, hateful niggas. Because while you talking about you in City Hall doing all this, you gonna take this city, you gonna take go show some YouTube channel. See how they feel about it, AR.
My YouTube channel is public.
Do you share it with them? Do you share it with them?
Absolutely.
Do you share it with them?
I deal with absolutely. I deal with the youth that are I deal with the youth that are in gang territorials in different gangs and such. And I'm in New York City. They see me. We speak about what I say on the panel. Yes, they see me. They see me. They see my streams. It's public.
So you'll be absolutely okay with showing I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the people in City Hall.
Yes.
Your YouTube. Bro, your ass would get thrown off.
They see all the time. I'm in New York City. I've never been. You don't see me shot up.
First of all, how they gonna? I ain't talking about whooping your ass, nigga. I'm talking about the shit saying you do with City Hall. If them people talk about how you talk about single mothers and how you talk about kids, brother, you think your ass will be in the position you in?
So
I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust you with somebody else's kids, let alone mine. And you think that you think that your presentation online would be acceptable to City Hall?
Accepted. What do I say about single mothers?
So you go up in City Hall. So you go up in City Hall talking about we need to get these bastards off the street. You go up in City Hall talking about I need to get the. I've been working with the youth for 19 years. How many one of these youths have you called a bastard to their face?
Plenty of them.
You a fucking liar.
Especially the one.
You a fucking liar, and that's why don't nobody fucking want to talk to you. Go ahead.
You're on here talking to me.
Keep lying.
You pulled up to talk to me.
Go ahead, keep lying.
Especially with the youth that are acting out of control and committing crimes and hurting people. I've called them bastards all the time. You're acting like a black bastard. I've said that plenty of times. See, Yellow, I'm not like the rest of y'all YouTubers. Y'all say a lot what men should be doing, and I'm actually doing the things that I speak on. So when I'm speaking about single mothers, I deal with single mothers and so forth. So with the stuff you told on your stream, is that what you do in your personal life? Do you who have you helped that's not related to you? Since I'm just a bastard or bad person.
That shows the fact that you can be just judging the fuck out of me because y'all assume I would even think about putting out content in the same vein that y'all do. One,
Okay.
I don't talk about male improvement. Like, hold on, wait. I don't talk about male improvement and men getting better and all this other shit. I talk about some shit, but I don't give a fuck about it at the end of the day. Two, I'm not trying to preach no message, nigga, and I'm not a YouTuber.
Okay.
Three, I'm not out here trying to fucking improve not a goddamn thing. You want to know why? Because it's you niggas that's supposed to be in the way that's making everything worse at the end of the day. So my thing is this. When I hear you tell me that you will call these kids black bastards if they doing something wrong, then you have no concept of what you either capping really hard, AR, or you're a piece of shit. And it's
That's
no
fine.
two ways to cut it about it. I mean, oh, it's fine. I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it. See, and
Like,
that's my
I'm
point.
cool with it.
A lot
But
of
that's the
people
point.
are
You
offended.
don't see why, but you don't see why anybody would just, but see, you have a problem with people. If you're cool with it, you wouldn't necessarily have a problem with me calling you stupid then. Because you
I don't
know
have an issue with you
that
calling me
in
stupid.
some way,
I had an issue with
that's why
Arshawn calling me stupid. I had an issue with Arshawn calling me stupid because he's dealt with me outside of YouTube, and I'm not trying to saying catchy things, and he dealt with me when I'm being serious. So for Arshawn to say I'm stupid and not intellect, I had an issue with that. But you call me stupid, you call me that. I don't have absolutely no issues with that. I never said I have an issue with that.
Bro, have you
been
had a beer with
trying to get me to say
Arshawn?
something about every time on Arshawn. You always in the chat saying something to
Have
get me
you
to
had
talk
a
about
beer?
you.
Have you had a beer with Arshawn?
No, I don't drink.
Have you had a beer with Arshawn? Have you met him in person?
I said,
Then
I said
all you
outside
doing
of
is
the
talking to
stream
him on the phone. It don't
I've never
matter
spoken to you
outside
on
of the
phone.
stream. It don't motherfucker. This is the part
It
you don't
does matter.
understand, nigga. I don't.
Okay.
It doesn't matter, nigga, because if you do, my thing is this. I'm gonna show you why it don't matter. AR. So maybe it'll make sense to you, right?
Because you're smarter, so
If
it makes
you
sense to me. Right.
No, I'm not smarter. I'm not smarter. I'm just not as stupid as you. That's the whole point Rashawn making.
Stupid is
We
lack
ain't
of
smart.
intellect, and you have more intellect than me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So intellectually, I'm gonna tell
That's
you
cool.
why it don't make sense, right?
Okay.
Because if you're talking to Rashawn on the phone and you're acting a whole different way, and then you're presenting an entire different way in your fucking streams, nigga, your bitch ass can't be trusted. You're inconsistent as fuck. You phony as fuck. You put on a motherfucking front. You're doing all this shit, and you trying to tell me that this is how you act for real. But then when he talked to Rashawn, this is he know the real you, and you ain't playing. You always.
I never
trolling.
say he knows. I never say he knows the real me. I said when I'm not trying to say a catchy. I'm not gonna be talking to Arshawn. Say Arshawn, these you're a bastard. When I'm on the phone with him.
That's why I asked you if you talk to the kids like that. That's why I asked you if you talk to the kids like that.
I do speak to the youth when they're acting like black
So
bastards.
why wouldn't you use that? So why wouldn't you
have
use
a
that
problem
same
with the
common
words,
phrase in
but you don't have the
conversation
problem with
with
the
Rashawn?
issues, the behavior they're having.
I got the problem with you being stupid.
That's fine. You can have a problem being stupid. That's cool. You have a problem with me saying single mother and bastard, but you don't have the issue with when I say black bastard or attacking the elderly. You never say nothing about them attacking the elderly. You keep saying because the words bother you, which is most people. AR, you keep saying bastard. That really bothers me. The word bastard. You're a stupid person. Okay, but what about the behaviors that these bastards are committing? The crimes that they're committing?
Bro, it's not just bastard shit. You
No, I know, but have you said anything
shit
about the other stuff I say that what they're doing?
Bro, my thing is this. One, if it's happening, it's happening. Go stop, my nigga, if you got a bigger problem with it. I'm not on your head about you having an issue with issues in the street. My thing is this. You talk all this shit. Y'all talk all this shit about how y'all care about the community and all this other shit, and you give a fuck about kids, bro. And my thing is this. You sit up here and you openly disrespect the fuck out of kids. It's weird as fuck
those
how you
kids
talk
are
about
committing crimes.
Wait a minute, hold on. It's weird as fuck how you talk about single mothers.
What exactly is
weird as fuck.
Not exactly, but what am I saying that's weird?
The thing is, you want to exclude people from certain conversations. I've heard you try to be like, oh, well, you not black, so you ain't in this conversation, or you ain't married, you ain't in this conversation. You don't have kids, AR. Do you?
Yes, I do.
You got a biological child?
I had a biological daughter. She passed away at 4. And I adopted
I'm sorry to hear that.
my nephew.
Okay, well, you're not raising. Okay, well, you're not raising a biological child now.
No,
and I understand.
I had my nephew when he was a
cool.
baby, though.
Okay, so my thing is this: it's really tough when you talking about raising kids of your own.
Mm-hmm.
Even with that being said, so sometimes even in your situation, motherfuckers can find a way to fucking exclude you out of the conversation because you're not raising a kid of your own and you're not married to a black woman, but you always got something to fucking say about black kids and a black woman.
Her father's from Ivory
because
Coast.
You talk about New York all the time.
My wife's
she from
father is
See,
African
here's
Colombian.
AR. Here's why I'm not stupid, right? Here's why I'm not stupid.
Okay.
Your girl was born in Colombia. You talk a lot of shit about American-born women. Guess who we deal with over here, nigga? Let's keep it 100.
I met my wife in America.
I'm gonna show you how stupid. I don't care where you met her from, nigga. Where did her little baby cheeks hit the ground, nigga? Colombia. You said it your fucking self. AR. This is why I say you're stupid. Because you say so much stupid shit and you assume that the people across from you won't save and store the stupid shit you say to use it against you, which is why Rashawn had no problem with finding some stupid shit you said in your most recent stream. You said that your wife was born in Colombia. The upsetting part about what you say is that you don't realize you're having a conversation with American-born women. You just said my wife, but you want to
motherfucker. She her father's African. Yes, she was born in Colombia, and I met her over here.
What state is Africa in? Can anybody in the chat tell me what state Africa in? What state is it in? Because this is why I said this nigga stupid. Okay, so I ain't talk to him. I try to translate it to the stat. If you understand what the fuck I'm saying, it's weird for a motherfucker who's not even married to an American woman to be sitting up here shading the actions of American women. The same way somebody who ain't raising a biological child of their own has a real fucking has a real weird fucking connotation when he's talking about people taking care of their own kids. So my thing is this. I'm saying to you, bro, that's the problem. It's in Gary. Yeah, that's what Africa is. Africa is.
You said I'm not married to a black woman.
This nigga always want to bring up to Chicago. Bro, you're not married to an American black woman. That's the whole fucking thing about
you
it.
said black woman.
The whole thing.
And then you corrected yourself.
All
right, yo.
And you get what I mean, AR. So why are we having this stupid ass conversation? See how stupid it is? See, but you want to keep being stupid. Because it's just right there. You just got them little T-Rex arms. You just can't reach it.
So I get yellow, but let me, in all seriousness, let me ask you, if I had a child, not biologically, right? If I had a child since he came out the hospital, and he's 9 years old right now, me and my wife, you can say that it's like adopting a child that's not related to me, and I raised him. Right, so I do have the experience of raising a child. He may not have came from my wife's vagina, but now even you came on my stream when I had a lesbian on there, and you said that she shouldn't. I think she's bisexual, lesbian, whatever. She shouldn't be talking about relationship with heterosexual because she's never been. She's not dating men. So that's why I exclude certain people. If you ain't never dated a man,
you shouldn't have a. Yeah. It does. I didn't know. Guess what? I didn't know. Guess what? Gay, AR. But, you know. Guess what? AR. Guess what? AR. It kind of makes sense. If I had never dated a woman, how dare me have an opinion on a relationship aspect with a woman? The same way. If you ain't never dated a man, how the fuck you gonna tell somebody how relationships with men go? Absolutely. You've been lesbian since day one. That's like some of the shit you talking about. It's the same thing.
Two things, right? Yellow. Now, was I hateful towards her? I didn't know.
Nigga, was I hateful or did the shit make sense? Yeah, because you didn't listen. Now, how the fuck was I living it? And this is what I mean by it's stupid. Listen to what you're saying. You're on the fucking show. You're running the show. I'm just there. I'm either in the chat or on the panel. She said she's a lesbian. How the fuck did I hear it and you missed it?
No.
You trying to point it out as it's something that
I didn't know before I invited her. I thought she was heterosexual.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if she's. It don't matter if she's LGBT or not. You tried to make a statement about what I said. If you, I don't know if this is. I invited a gay person on my stream, so, huh?
You was going hard on her.
Hold on. That don't mean. And I made a statement. Have you seen the conversation with me and CTV? We go hard on each other. But the whole point is, I made a statement that wasn't stupid. You tried to tell me something that I said that was supposed to be stupid, and it wasn't. It makes sense. If I never been in a relationship with a deer, guess what? I can't tell you how human deer relationships go. The same way that a woman, she ain't never dealt with a man, shouldn't be giving people advice on how relationships with men go.
I agree with that. I didn't say that was stupid.
Hell no. Oh, okay. Right. That's the opposite of what we saying. You trying to tell me I went hard on her. And that's what I'm saying. And I'm gonna go ahead and bow out. Because this is getting circular at this point. And I'm gonna show you why it don't make sense to none of us that's talking. You just tried to bring up a situation where I tried to quote unquote go hard on somebody. You tried to bring up an instance where I did somebody wrong and I didn't. So it shows that you can't even process where you fuck up because you constantly trying to find where everybody else fuck up. Y'all missed the entire point of what we was doing here. We don't give a fuck about being judgmental. Do what the fuck you do. The irony of all of this is that you niggas is the most judgmental motherfuckers of all, and here y'all come judging us. Because we judging some motherfuckers that we see as a problem. Because y'all don't agree with what we talking about. So it shows the hypocrisy in what y'all talking about. Because if you with any common sense couldn't see the stupidity in what the fuck was occurring in the clips behind your homophobia, then you would have understood how stupid the things you were saying were.
Now, I told Arshawn I never said I agree or disagree with the panel that was speaking. I never said anything about whether I agree or disagree on that. Now, I do exclude when I talk about marriage, I do say people that's never been married before shouldn't really be speaking about how marriage should work because they don't have the experience of being married. Marriage is different. If your wife or husband cheats, it can't be as simple as leaving. So that's why I say I exclude people that are never been married.
Okay, so my thing is this. I can exclude you from all conversations about American women.
You can't do that. I've been married. My first marriage, she was American, born in America.
Are you now? Are you now? Are you now?
But I have the experience of dating an American woman.
Now. All right, that's what you're doing now. Everybody done dated American women and all this other.
Yeah, so I can speak on the experience of dating American women.
Okay, but my thing is this. You're not now. I'm sorry. No. Whatever you did in the past, that's cool. Shit changes. You want to know why? And I'm gonna show you why shit changes. I'm gonna legit get off of here because this is getting really dumb. I'm gonna show you why shit changes and why everybody in here who don't understand the problem with homophobia is going to understand how I put this. It doesn't really matter if you used to be married to an American woman, because the American woman you knew as single is different. You don't have no experience with that. You don't have no experience with dealing with that right now. You don't. I'm sorry to say, and if you do, I'm telling your wife. If you got any experience with single American black women right now, I promise you, and I mean that with sincerity. If you got any experience, if you got any firsthand experience, because outside of work, it shouldn't really matter because you're dealing with people down on their lowest when you at work. So to think that your only experience is the people that you experience at work and then you come back and talk about them like that makes you worse than a piece of shit. It makes you the people that's oppressing them.
Yes. I deal with the youth and I deal with the mother or the parent guardian. And as I'm dealing with them, it's always about I'm finding information regarding their relationships. Now, how I find out about relationships, I own a barbershop and beauty salon, 2 of them. And because I do stream, I'm purposely finding out what people say, what people think, especially the women, to know what they say or what they think.
You hearing people talk, AR. You want to know why married people give the best advice? Because they're doing married.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen. Guess what? I don't listen to married people about single advice. Sorry, married people. Sometimes I listen. Y'all talking about relationship and shit. Cool. It ain't.
I speak about marriage.
Same thing. I wouldn't. But the same thing. I wouldn't advise nobody who's single giving married advice. But see, it's all the trickle down effect. The fact that you want to exclude certain people out the well, we can start looking at your credentials. It don't matter if you hear a bunch of single people talking about it, nigga. If you ain't living, it's the same. Look, it's the same way that if I hear Conscious and Reckless talking about being gay, I know, Bree, I know. If I hear Conscious and Reckless talking about being gay, it's the same thing. I can only give my secondhand recollection on their experience. That's all you doing. That's all you doing. But you showing how firsthand you stupid.
I don't speak on single relationships. I speak on marriage.
All right, people. Bro, your whole objective is to drag bastards and single mothers, but you don't speak on single people. Are single mothers not single, or are they married? Because if they was married, they wouldn't be single mothers. They would just be married women with kids. But Arshawn, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Like I said, man,
I'm gonna end within the next 10
is what it is, bro.
I mean, when you do it, doesn't make you more intelligent. You're right. When you say, "Oh, I can't."
Bro, did I ever say I was more intelligent? I never said I was intelligent. I never said I was intelligent. But if you don't understand how stupid you sound, then I can't assert myself in some type of.
I speak on single mothers. I don't speak on single mothers getting a relationship. I speak on single mothers, and due to that has an effect on the child. And I speak about marriage. I don't speak on what single people should be doing. I speak on marriage. It's very rare. I'll probably speak about the first date, but I don't speak on relationships because I don't believe you could be committed to a person if you're not engaged or married. I speak on single mothers, not what they're doing in their dating life. I don't do that. Single mothers, as far as what they're doing with their child and their household. I mean, when you do it, doesn't make you more right. I mean, to you, it probably does. But anyway, the whole point is that you came up here to say that I'm stupid and you have an issue with me, but there's really no issue with me except for that you believe I'm stupid, basically. Or I say stupid things.
Hey, why do you listen here? No, like real talk. Because I want you to have a clear picture of what you about to. Go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel got about 100 some odd subscribers. I don't even be on YouTube like that. I don't. All right. The problem is this is what I'm here to do. It's call out stupid shit. I'm sorry, man. If that make y'all uncomfortable, that y'all can't comprehend. Look, I've been told I say stupid shit too. The problem is y'all don't want to have a logistics conversation about it. The problem is, bro, I'm openly called out on a lot of shit that I've been saying wrong on these streams and all that shit. And if you other niggas actually took in my content instead of telling me about relationships and what I talk about, because y'all don't, y'all pop in whenever y'all want or watch from the cloud, you'd have seen that a lot of my aspects have changed because I understand that the climate of the world is changing. I understand that I'm saying stupid shit. When my folks was telling me I was saying stupid shit, I had to suck that up. You want to know why? Because it was people I trusted. The problem is you won't even take it from people you trusted. Damn if you take it from me. Take it from Rashawn. Because you can give him enough credit to where he know me better than he know you. So why
I don't trust Rashawn. I said I've dealt with him more on a level outside of those streams.
So what the fuck does that supposed to mean, AR? What qualification? And this is why I'm gonna show you why it's stupid again. Okay, buddy. We just had this conversation. Now he was saying ain't even a live we got to go back to and clip back 2-3 days. But we had this conversation right now, and he told me right here on the stream right here that you know Rashawn better, or he knows you in a different way because y'all had a conversation offline and if he call you stupid, it's one thing, but I don't know you, and it shouldn't be that way. Now, when I'm saying, well, maybe it's Rashawn, you're gonna disqualify Rashawn and how you talk to him and your disposition. So my thing is this: you were trying to disqualify my disposition, is why I should say something to you, but now is, come on, man. I mean, bro, this ain't, bro. And I'm gonna take this shit out, bro, and this real shit. Hey, I'm gonna talk to you one-on-one, bro. Fuck this chat, for that, fuck everything, for real. It ain't even about me hating you, bro. It's not. I need you to sincerely go back, go have you a drink, go watch this little conversation between us back. You ain't got to watch the part with O'Shine, because that y'all cool, y'all is what it is. But I want you to go back and watch this conversation with us and realize how much you talked and backtracked and contradicted yourself this whole time. And if you can't see how this little end part went right here, when I'm telling you that you ain't even gotta listen to me, listen to Arshawn, and you immediately disqualify while you probably listen to him, shows you how stupid you are.
Cool. You said trust. I told you that off the stream, me and Arshawn spoke about stuff we don't talk about on the panel.
Like how much his opinion is valued. Nigga, if you can't comprehend what the fuck I'm saying right now, nigga, I ain't gotta use the proper words to motherfucking tickle you goddamn fancy. Nigga, I'm not finna do this bitch made ass motherfucking word salad, nigga. Nigga, you know what the fuck I mean? Now that's gonna piss me the fuck off. Cause you acting like a little bitch right now. Trying to fucking twist and say what I'm saying, nigga. How about this? So I can make your weird ass feel better, nigga. You value his opinion because you speak to him on some other level. Stop trying to act like me saying trust gotta be the right goddamn thing, nigga. I'm gone, bro. This nigga's a fucking goofy.
So I mean, you acting feminine and raising your voice and getting loud doesn't make you right. You're angry online. That doesn't even make you a tough guy. That doesn't even make you mean you can fight, or that's fine. We're in two different cities, so of course we can act tough online and stuff like that. That's totally fine. Don't bother me.
Well, listen, everybody, I definitely appreciate y'all.
So basically, Arshawn, Yella came on here. See, every time I'm on your panel, what is it? Yella is in the chat saying things to grab my attention, crazy shit about me on the chat. So of course I'm gonna address it, and then he comes on here like, "Yeah, you said my name 3 times, reappeared." I mean, I can't logically speak to someone that's not even in their right state of mind most of the time. He's high, but I mean, we got cool. But even I don't have no issue with Conscious TV. Conscious TV been taking shots at me all the time. I'm not sure if I ever said anything about Conscious TV, but I'm not sure. And Bree, I didn't have nothing. I didn't disrespect or say anything crazy to Arshawn. And Arshawn said, "You're stupid." The other dude, the other dark skinned guy, I forgot his name. He said I'm a buster, and he called me other names.
He said I put up in the chat.
Guy. I mean, Clarence. That's what
Vaughn Bryan had a couple questions for you. I don't even know if he's still here, but do you call developmentally disabled children retarded? This was way back when you were talking about bastard and you used that heavy language. So do you call developmentally disabled children retarded?
No, my nephew's no, he's not slow, but he has a disability, and I don't know. I say the word bastard because I know it's offensive, but like this, and I know you're gonna go. This is my whole thing. I say the word bastard. I say this bastard beat the shit out of this 70-year-old woman. People don't say nothing about the beat the shit out of the 70-year-old woman. They say, "Hey, you said the word bastard," but look what this person did. And I'm categorizing. I'm not just talking about a child that's born out of wedlock. I'm talking about most of the time I follow with the actions behind what this youth or teenager is doing. You can call my child. I mean, you can call him a bastard, but I mean, that's fine.
Now, listen. I will say, I would ask y'all in the chat. Please do not call children bastards because he does it. Bree, please don't do that.
I call the youth bastards. the teenagers.
Yeah,
You know,
let's not go that far.
AR, do you usually call children black bastards in New York City? Yes, when I'm dealing with them that are, you know, when I vouch for them, like as far as when I vouch for them, the judge, and
I know
and they go and still commit the same crimes, and they doing some dumb shit like that. I do say that.
All right, real quick, because he Yella asking to reclaim some time, but I want to ask last question for AR real quick. Is it the marital status of the mother or the behavior of the mother that's a problem for you, AR?
I would say it's the behavior of the mother, because this teenagers out there committing crimes and messing up his future, his or her, mostly his future.
I know, Brie. I know, Brie. I know. It's cool. I'm just saying, I don't want to get caught up in returning certain things. I get you. It's just, you know, the look of it. But they say keep not the appearance of evil. I'm
heavily involved in family court. Heavily involved in family court, and trying to avoid it to go to criminal court. So, and when they commit the same crime that I just vouched for, I'm not credible in front of the judge, because usually it's the same judge. And they say, well, you just vouched for those last few kids. You're not.
My sugar is on 780 right now. 780. All right, Yella came back. So let me give y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up. Let me give y'all. Y'all got 5 minutes.
Oh no, I wasn't reclaiming my time. I wasn't. I wasn't. I was saying wrap it up, man. Don't nobody want to hear this nigga talk shit after I left, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You ain't got to give me the 5 minutes. Wrap it up, man. I gave you all that time. See, so my thing is, you don't realize like AR.
You're in a different You're in a different city. So the yelling, screaming, all that. It's if you was in New York, you won't. Come on, bro. All that. Come on.
I ain't yelling.
If I was in Chicago, I won't be doing that either, because I'm easily accessible. If you was in New York, come on, bro. You have a different demeanor.
Really?
Yes, you will have a different demeanor.
I really
definitely will.
Then that really show you that you don't know.
There's nobody in New York City that comes on the street and try to belittle me and yell. You won't be doing that shit.
You want to know why? Because y'all niggas scared of each other.
Yeah, that's why you don't be scared. That's why you will not be doing that. If you was in New York City, I would say Yella tomorrow. Let's go to a boxing ring.
You say Yella tomorrow.
I would say, listen, there's plenty of people. I said, let's go tomorrow to the MMA cage fight,
bro.
And I will handle like that. So that's why I say you won't be doing that if you was successful.
AR.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
That's your boxing glove.
Exactly. And I'm gonna show you how soft you niggas is, right?
Yep.
Y'all can't take a nigga talking to y'all no type of aggressive, because y'all always seem as this. You want to take it there because I'm talking to you niggas so motherfucking aggressive, the same way you talk aggressive about everybody else. See, y'all don't like that vitriol when they come back to y'all. Y'all don't like a motherfucker that could talk to y'all to make you feel like a little bitch. But see, you understand this one thing, AR. Since you took it there about me being in New York and how it would be.
If you come to New York,
hold on.
You will not. You won't be saying that.
AR. I need to make one thing for sure, and two things for very, 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 very clear. AR. If you ever think that I'm going to be as gullible to have beef with somebody and go to meet them in a boxing ring, nigga, you don't know how I get down, nigga. Okay. I'm 35. Hold on, AR.
I'll be in Chicago in May.
You don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Do not do that. Do not do that.
All I ask is,
do not do that, bro. I'm trying to. I'm gonna go back off. I'm gonna go back off.
I'm not
going back. Going back off. I'm gonna go back.
Don't get lost. Don't get yourself on my
That's y'all's time. That's y'all's time.
I'm cool. I'm just letting know. I'm being forewarned. Because I didn't take it there with you.
No, I'm a bitch.
I did.
That's y'all's time. That's what you see. Y'all see. Y'all, you're not listening. You're not listening, Linda. You're not listening. You're not listening. Now I know y'all ain't really got no love for each other. That's cool. Y'all got plenty of time to cook. Cooking's done. Now, Yellow went ahead and dropped off. He's about to go start his stream. AR, you want to get your last words out the door, and I'm just let the people wrap this up.
I appreciate, even though we still have our differences, I appreciate you even allow me on your platform. And that's pretty the only thing I would say, and I'm not going to go too deep into it. I didn't take it there with you because I don't think you've taken it there with me. But whenever it comes to that, I think it's healthy if men have some sort of hatred towards each other or whatever. I don't think we should be no, I'm not saying, fighting on the street, whatever. But I mean, I think it's healthy. I don't think it's dangerous, but I mean, whatever. Listen, I appreciate you having me on your stream, even though we disagree. But I do understand that, online we get really tough and riled up and say, okay, let's beat up peacefully in the boxing ring. It gets a little, oh no, I'm not saying like that. I'm just saying, like, you can't you can't handle me cursing you out. All right, cool. But Arshawn, I appreciate you having me on, and it's been a while. I was actually sick with COVID for like 3 weeks or some shit, but that's pretty much it. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate the conversation. All right, everybody. I am getting ready to wrap this up. Now, listen, I went ahead and put Foolishness Friday up here because obviously we were getting into the foolishness. But AR did ask for the conversation. We had the conversation. Hopefully you took something away from it, even if what it was a whole bunch of nothing. Everybody that came through, I'm not shouting all of y'all out, but I know the last one that came through was I Digress, man. Thank you for coming through. I do want to address a couple more things. This right here. I've never witnessed a chat like this ever. Listen, we're going to have a community meeting. So all of y'all that are in my Discord, I guess I'm gonna have a conversation with y'all first, because I don't really, I started in the chat. I believe the chat is its own place. So do we want to chat where y'all can go at it freely, or do we want to have some policing? So that's a conversation we're going to have, but I'm going to start with the people that rock with me the most. I'm going to start with Discord and what y'all say. I mean, y'all ain't got to wait. Just throw some stuff in the Discord now. Let me know what y'all feel about it, because y'all were going hard in the paint, and y'all never seen it. Y'all know she was plural clutching. But I also know I was complaining about the chat being inactive, and then I got a dose of activity today, and I wasn't even ready for it. I was 20 minutes behind. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. So we'll have to have that conversation first. I did want to congratulate Inya. Inya did have her book published. I don't know if you can post or want to post the link. It's or in PowerPoint. She has it in PowerPoint, but however you want to do it. And yeah, if you want to promote your book, go ahead and put that in. But yeah, if everybody's safe to not get put out, but do we want that kind of language in the chat? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we want to have going, because see, the back and forth, we typically don't have conversations where people go back and forth, number one. But man, appreciate you, Von Bryant. Appreciate you. But again, this week was a lot more contentious than I normally am on this channel. So Miss Jean, if you're here, we typically try to have like different types of conversations, but this week, because I was antagonistic towards a certain groups of people, the defenders of those people got riled up. So I was a red pill people were attacking LGBT. Yeah, this is not the normal vibe. We're typically trying to be more philosophical thought, but again, people was feeling the mess. People was feeling the mess. But again, we're gonna have that conversation about what we want to do for the channel, because it's my channel is definitely going to be for the people that most supported, most came when we were doing what I want to do, which is think through things. And I don't, this week, yeah, definitely go ahead and drop whatever you want to drop. But definitely congratulations on getting your book finished, man. Looking forward to reading it. I got to the acknowledgement. I was doing some other stuff this morning. We had this whole impromptu stream that was not supposed to be up there. So that is addressed. We got your book addressed. Again, today was not supposed to be a stream. I do not intend on streaming publicly next week. That's the intention. But I also didn't plan on streaming today either. I also don't plan on doing any more like Tuesdays and today's show. It's not my intention to do too many of these. I don't like addressing what other people do on other panels. Like I react to stuff, but not like that. Not you know, y'all. If anybody that's been here longer than 5 minutes knows how we typically rock around here, but we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But I do appreciate the activity, the burst of sudden activity this week. I do appreciate all of y'all coming through. Man, definitely appreciate all y'all. But I'm getting ready to get up out of here. My nephew should be here not too long. He said he's on Uber, so I actually have more than an hour. But let's go over and watch Yella. I did see. Let me see what YPC. I think this link coming up should bring up his YouTube channel. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So go ahead and follow that link. We're getting ready. We don't do raids on Twitch. We have raids, but on YouTube we don't have that. Let's go over because Yella's probably going to continue the conversation. If you want to hear more about Yella's perspective about everything that was going down today and this week, come on over. But next week, I know for sure I probably won't be streaming, and I definitely will not be talking about the homophobes. Because boy, the homophobe defenders, that's so weird to me. I don't understand everybody being so weird about being labeled a homophobe. I can't trust a person that can't admit that they have biases and prejudices. If you are not that self-aware, it's a little problematic. But anyway, I appreciate that. Thank you, Candidan, for dropping in all the health tidbits. Your sugar needs to be between 70 and 110. A normal BP is what, 110 over 80? Know your numbers, everyone. And I appreciate y'all. I guess I'm getting ready. Did I do an intro? I don't even know if I did an intro. I did do an intro. I'm going to do an outro.
God bless. God bless the food, goddammit. God bless the food. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Where that money bowl at? Don't have any fire this bitch off now. Where that money bowl at? Don't you? Look, don't make me shoot it. All right. Officer Tuckerson was already a dead motherfucker. I don't mind shooting another motherfucker. Oh,